I'm Bryan Baeumler, and we're here at the Cerula Mar Club in the Bahamas on the island of South Andros, and we are here at our hotel that I flew to yesterday from my home in Florida.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Become an AOPA pilot today.
This was a passion project for us. It was a property we found traveling through the Bahamas and an island we fell in love with. And it was a hotel that fell into disrepair and was abandoned for 12 or 13 years. We had a 5-minute window where we made a decision to purchase the hotel, put an offer in, and really to pack up our lives and our children and move to this island for 3 or 4 years in order to renovate the hotel and bring it back to life. I think it's been producing television shows for Home and Garden Network for about 20 years now. So built a few houses, finished a few basements, laid a few tiles, built a few decks, and a hotel. The original show that we filmed renovating the hotel was called Island of Bryan in Canada, and it was renamed Renovation Island for broadcast in the US and around the world in 151 different countries. We started the renovations, and it took about 2.5 years to get ready for completion opening day, hiring staff and training, and our grand opening night was a huge success, and we were booked fully for 5 or 6 months, and then it was announced that there was a pandemic and international travel was banned. If you left the island, you weren't coming back. We couldn't travel between islands, so we made the decision to stay here with our family, and we spent 7 months here at a fully renovated, fully stocked kitchen, fridge, freezer, bars, with our chef and his wife and children. And it was the most expensive, most unexpected, most incredible 7 months of our lives. I think timing-wise, when the show started airing in the United States, it was in the midst of the pandemic. And I thought a lot of people were looking for escapism. They were looking, while not able to travel as easily or as readily as they had been, they were looking to travel mentally. Aviation was always in my blood when I was younger, too busy running around chasing dreams and chasing girls, and then working and then building a business and having a family. And finally the pandemic for me pressed pause on time. I had some experience and always wanted to do this to finish my pilot's license and purchase an aircraft for utility, of course, to get from home to work and back, and travel back and forth to the islands. It's been a very, I think, life-changing moment for me and the freedom it's opened up. I compare it to being 12 when I, was first handed a bicycle and, mom and dad said, "You're free, go around the block, go off on your own." So it's that incredible newfound freedom and utility, to be honest. At some point, it's a big cost saver for us. Being able to fly ourselves back and forth, it's been a big impact for us. To fly commercially is $400 or $500 US per person, per seat each way. So you're $3,000 plus just to travel back and forth. With the 172, which is not the fastest airplane, it's not the most ideal airplane for traveling across expanses of water, but I have a system for that. Certainly have the glide range for it with the proper altitude. But my return flight costs for 4 people are just over $200, including maintenance reserves. The Bahamas is so accessible, and depending on the aircraft you're in, you're anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours from South Florida, and you're on the island at the hotel relaxing. So it's so accessible, so easy to get to. If you've got access to that mode of transport, that aircraft, and you have the freedom, you can literally be, at home, and 2 hours later dipping your toes in the waters of the Bahamas on the beach. Flying into South Andros is quite easy. For us, it's nearby Palm Beach. It's a direct shot into Congo Town, or Mike Yankee Alpha Kilo is the identifier. It's a 5,700-foot paved runway. The challenge on Andros is that we do not have fuel service. We used to have fuel on North Andros. We don't anymore. So we're working on solutions for that as well. We're also looking at partnering with the local aviation authority and possibly putting in a small FBO with some services and Jet A and avgas as well. I love people. I love meeting people, talking to people, helping them solve their problems at home and building and construction, and now aviation and so many other things that we're involved in. But I certainly need to offset that with some quiet time to recharge the batteries. I'll go burn some avgas and just listen to some music and look at the sights. I'll fly around Lake Okeechobee or down to the Keys or to the Bahamas and back, or just explore the west side of Andros Island from the air. And for me, that is the ultimate battery charger. Coming to South Andros is not like going to Nassau. It's not like going to Miami Beach. It is experiencing the culture of the island. It's meeting the people. It's going to the restaurants that are someone's auntie's backyard. It is coming to the hotel is a 5-star experience. You're greeted here. We have all the amenities that you would want as a guest. Mostly, though, what you're going to experience is almost 100 miles of untouched beaches. There's no race in the morning to find a pool chair. There are endless expanses of ocean to explore and reefs to explore. Very little boat traffic. The fishing is incredible. What you'll find here is that really comfortable home, incredible food, lots of activities, great people, and silence and peace and nature. There's some great excursions here. You can ride your bikes down and just sit at some of the local bars and have a mango radler if you'd like, and just chat with some of the locals and actually get to meet and experience people in a different culture, while being safe and comfortable.